Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are back, finally, once again, with the 1969 Maytag A106. The machine, more specifically, the transmission, is finally back in one piece, and so the machine is back together, and this is actually the first load of laundry I've done since rebuilding it a second time. Now, I ran an empty load of water through it, and it does make some odd noises. I think the belts need to be tensioned a little bit better, and it definitely, either the pump or the lower agitate bearing is dry. Not in the transmission, the one that's just on the top of the pulley that sits up against the base of the machine. If you've ever taken the bottom pulley off of one of these, you know the bearing I'm talking about. I think that just needs to be re-greased. But anyway, today we're going to set it to warm. We are going to go with a normal load. We are going to go with a 8-minute wash there. We've got here a load of shop towels. These are all the towels that I've been using in the rebuilding process of this machine on the floor and to clean things up. So they're pretty dirty. Pretty similar to Whoa, that wasn't English. Pretty similar to the last load we did in this when I rebuilt it the first time. So there's 6 total bath towels in there and 10 or 12 of these little washcloth thingies. So let's go ahead and get started. Pull the timer out. And we are off. For detergent today, you may have seen it in the background, we're bringing back the liquid laundry detergent, the Amazon commercial. I had this a while ago. I actually bought 2 bottles of it when I bought it initially. Used one whole bottle and then didn't want to break this one out because they stopped making it, and it made me sad because I like this stuff. But you know what? Might as well use it. If you have it, might as well use it. So, with that, I've measured out here 3 ounces of detergent in our Speed Queen glass. Look at the color on that. That is beautiful. Anyway, let's go ahead and pour it in. I'm just going to pour it around. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you should pour it down the center of the agitator. It doesn't matter. Trust me, it doesn't matter. I own 4 of these machines. It's not a big deal. If you load it right and load the load size correctly, it doesn't matter where you put the detergent because it will dissolve it evenly. That's true for any washer. If you know how to load it correctly, it doesn't matter where the detergent goes unless it has a specific detergent dispenser. Unlike a modern HE washer because they're dumb and stupid. Just kidding. It's better that way because they don't use as much water. That's when you get detergent staining issues. But on a machine like this, it doesn't matter. Anyway, enough of the spiel. I'm going to go ahead and stop talking and let you guys enjoy this. real quick, one other thing you may notice, when it's agitating, the tub will index quite a bit, and it also takes a while to slow down from spin. I think there's still gear oil in the brake assembly, so I need to order a new one of those on top, but either that or it'll just wear it all out. I don't know, we'll find out, but don't be concerned about that. That's why that's happening. It's my own fault. And add some more water, actually. Can I add more water? It won't let me. There we go. Really get it nice and full there. Test how well I put that upper tub seal together. There we go. pretty good stuff there we caught. Into that a little. There we go. One thing that I do want to mention that's pretty cool about these old Maytags is that if you select hot, that only on the normal cycle, if you select hot, it'll give you a warm rinse. So you have cold, cold, warm, cold, and hot, warm. So right now it's set to hot, so we get a warm rinse. So if I set it back to like warm, you can hear the pressure drops. Whereas if I set it back to hot, you get more pressure back and it's pulling from both hoses there for the warm. Pretty neat thing that they did with these. All right, and with that, it is done. So, you can see, the thing is all nice and stuck to the side. Get any more? A little bit more, not a whole lot. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite perfect. It did leak just a little bit. There's a little there, and a little bit on this side, right there. But it didn't do it until it started spinning. So I think it's the upper tub band clamp, like triangle seal. I think I just need to go through, and it might be kind of tweaked along one of these back edges and not making very good seal, or just tighten it up. I don't even know that I tightened it down all the way. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember. I did get some water on the floor back in there, but that's because this was at a weird angle and it blasted water out so powerfully it just went whee up and over. But anyway, with that, it's another pretty good video with the A106. It's not bad for being 56 years old this year. I think July. It's the serial number indicates somewhere down here. HM. I don't remember which digit is which, but I think it's either June or July of 1969 is when this was built. So with that, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next video. I might finally get that one out. I've been super lazy and I just don't want to move it because I have to move this thing out, move this thing back and forth. I have to take this machine out just to get that machine even close to out, and then I gotta finagle it out of the corner because it's kind of wedged in there, as you can see. This thing is not really in the way, or it is in the way. It's not convenient. I honestly might swap this Maytag with the Westinghouse just to keep this one in service and just hooked up. More convenient that way, and the more I move it, the less I move it, the better I feel about running it, because those pumps on those are known to leak a ton of water, and then when the pump leaks, or one of the 8 hoses coming off of the pump, it leaks down. Actually, this one is a drip tray, but if it leaks fast enough, it'll go right over and into the motor and short the motor out, and then that's a pain in the butt. Anyway, enough about that. Anyway, I will see you guys all in the next video. Stay tuned. All that fun stuff, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Leave a comment if you want to see anything specific, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.